a new blog, you might think to yourself like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. I have no idea what to write about. I have this idea, but where do I start? Well, this is where you start. And the reason this is where you start isn't just because I'm saying it, but because I'm doing it. I'm starting a new blog that is about blogging, as you guys probably have guessed based on the past few videos I've been doing. And I need to find out what I should write about first, so that way I'm not just typing into the void. Oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. I have no idea what to. Audio works, which is good. This is where you start. Okay, anyway, I'm glad that the audio is working and I hear myself screaming at myself. Anyway, with all that said, it's really important that you have a roadmap of what content to write about, and you want to be effective, because the worst thing that could happen is you start a new blog, you're so excited about it, you're ready to go, and what happens? No one reads it. You get no comments, you get no traffic, and that's normal at first. But if it's like 3 months, 6 months, a year, and still no one is really reading it, it's not getting any traction, well, your promotion might be wrong, you might not be promoting it right. But the other side is you might be doing all that stuff fine, but you're writing about the wrong topics. And you want to be efficient. In my case, I have a number of blogs that I run. So I don't want to waste time writing about stuff no one is going to read. I have a comment here. Why are you starting a new one? So I have Zerby, which is about Tinder, online dating, obviously. And I want to start writing about blogging because I have all these blogs. They get a lot of visitors. Zerby gets a couple million a year. So I want to talk about my experience with creating blogs. Doesn't make sense to have it all be on Zerby's website. I need a new one. So rather than just me tell you guys how to start a blog yourself, I'm going to be starting a new blog and documenting the process. Actually, my friend Darren, who I just spoke with, kind of egged me on to do that. But documenting the process through my YouTube channel here, I think will be really interesting. Let's get this knowledge. Fire emoji. Okay, cool. So, thanks for watching live, guys. One thing I want to say before we dive in too deep is, if you guys have specific questions, obviously you can ask them here on, my comments or whatever. But if you want more one-on-one feedback, not just with me, but with a ton of other SEO experts, there's a Discord. I posted it in the comments. Join that Discord. It's called the Masters of Traffic. It's filled with like 200 guys that are all, well, men and women, not just guys, but 200 people that are all SEO experts, sales experts, anything to do with getting more traffic to your blog that you're starting or a blog that you already have that doesn't have enough traffic. Get in that Discord. I'm in there and they're in there too. Jake, my friend Jake, is in there. Darren is in there. Bunch of really cool people. So it's a really good opportunity if you're looking to start. But anyway, with all that said, what I'm going to be doing right now is showing how I find websites to steal their keywords and how I steal them and what strategy I use to write my first blog posts about. It's all really important. One other thing, as I get this fired up here, you want to work hard, but you want to work smart. It doesn't make sense to do like crazy keyword research and spend weeks on it if you're just starting a blog. It's not necessary. You can take what people are doing that works out there and just apply it. And later, when you want to get bigger, then you can get more obsessed with doing more deep research. But this is like very surface level. It's very easy. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to share my screen here. Cool. There we go. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about is you need to have a website that can analyze the keywords that that a website has. So I use a tool called SEMrush. Now, SEMrush is a little expensive, but there are alternatives. There's Moz.com, there's Ahrefs.com, there's SEMrush.com. A lot of these services have free trials. So if you're starting a blog, just go to SEMrush.com, sign up for the free trial, and you can do this in one day. You can get all the information that you need in one day. So you don't need to worry about paying a lot of money, and you can get everything you need to begin. So here's what I do. First thing is I go on Google and I type in my blog. So let's say, I'm doing a blog about like go-karts, okay? Maybe that's not a great one. Maybe I'll do like vegan pumpkin pie. Like I'm doing a vegan bakery blog. So what I can do is I can find all of these blogs that, are blogging about vegan food. For example, here, Loving It Vegan. So this is how I find a competitor website. You want to find like 10 or 20 of them. And then what you can do is you can use this tool, SEMrush, that will see all the keywords that they have on their website that they're ranking for. And then when you have that information, you can steal some of those keywords. So, for example, I want to do a blog that covers Squarespace SEO because I do all my blogging on Squarespace simply because it's easy. It's not the best, but I like it. I think it's a good site. Especially if you're a newbie and you don't want to get like big into WordPress and plugins and you just want to keep it super, super easy. So in any event, I type in Squarespace SEO and I can find all of these websites that have content or information about Squarespace SEO. So here we go. This is called the 3-Feather Design, Squarespace SEO for creative entrepreneurs. So anyway, step one is I find a bunch of websites that are ranking for the topics that I want to write about. There might be some mirror effect that happens here because I'm going to go check the comments. Let's see. Slightly different topic, but how do you revive a dead Tinder conversation? Join the Tinder group or comment on a Tinder live stream. Not going to talk about that now. Anyway. Sorry, man. I don't mean to shoot you down there, but ain't talking about Tinder right now. I will talk about tea, though, right now. I do like tea. All right. So anyway, you get your website. So in this case, we're going to be looking at 3feathersdesign.com. When we're logged into SEMrush, it's a little overwhelming because there's all kinds of different tools here and all kinds of different things. But all you need to worry about is just plugging the website of the competitor into the report right here. So again, if you're going to make like a weightlifting blog, you'd find like weightlifters.com and just plug it in here. So once we plug it in here, what we can do is go down to the section called organic research. And what that will tell us is organic research. So in this case, the number of keywords that they're ranking for organically. It's not paid. They're not paying for Google Ads. These are just the keywords that they are naturally ranking for. Okay. And, there's a bunch of them here. Now, this is, again, it's a little overwhelming, but there's only really 3 things you need to worry about. First is this right here, which is the actual keyword. So for example, if you were to type in Squarespace font combinations 2019 into Google, this girl would be the #1 position. See where it says position #1, okay? So that's the keyword. So let's see, Squarespace fonts, that's a pretty good keyword. You could write an article called like, Squarespace fonts, the complete guide, where you would show all the different fonts and you would talk about the different fonts. So in this girl's case, for that keyword, she's number 14 on Google. Now, the next thing that you need to pay attention to is this section here called the volume. So volume means the number of searches that keyword gets every single month. Now, this is a rough estimation. The number might be totally different. Every tool is going to have different numbers. It doesn't matter. What's important is if you type in Squarespace SEO, approximately 1,900 people search for that term every month. So that gives you some information. That tells you that this niche in general, Squarespace SEO, isn't the biggest in the world, which means you might have a shot at actually ranking for it. All right, so let's see. There's all these different terms. So we can learn a lot from this person. We can see the volume, so we know how much volume there is. Now, when you're starting a new blog, what you don't want to do is write blog posts about terms, keywords that have too much volume. Okay, so let me give you a different example. Let's say we analyze my own website, zerby.co. So these are all the keywords that Zerby ranks for right now. Now, right now, if you were to go onto Zerby, if I were to try to write an article called pickup lines, right? I am ranking in the top 100 positions for pickup lines, but it gets almost 500,000 searches a month. Tons and tons and tons of searches. And because that volume is so high, if I were to start a new blog trying to beat Zerby, like if you're watching and you want to take down Zerby and make your own dating blog, the worst thing you could ever do is write an article about pickup lines with that keyword, because the volume is so high and the difficulty. So this is keyword difficulty. It's out of 0 to 100, 82%. That's very difficult. If you were to try to write an article about something that has that much volume, you just would never have any success. No one would ever see it. You need to be in the first 5 positions, ideally the first 2 or 3 or 1 position on Google for your keyword. With this volume so big, it just wouldn't happen. However, if you try to write, if you have a new blog and you're writing articles on volumes that are low, okay, for example, 20 might be too low, but let's say 100, right? 100 searches a month. That's not very competitive. Not a lot of people are going to be searching for it. The volume is very low, and the competition will likely be low too. 60, 50, 40 for low competition keywords. So what that means is, if you're starting a new blog, the goal is to find keywords that don't have a ton of traffic, but are all related to each other. So in my case, if I'm starting my new blog and I write about Squarespace SEO and blogging on Squarespace, and I search for keywords that have 100 to 1,000 searches a month, and I write a bunch of blog posts about that little topic and those keywords that don't have a lot of volume, but it's very specific, I can take over Google for that area, okay? Are you going to go over how to get backlinks? Not in this video. No, in this video, it's just going to be about keyword research. Competitive keyword research for low competition terms. So if you're just starting out, you're just making a blog, or your blog doesn't get a lot of traffic, this is what you need to do. So anyway, let's go back to this. I have my Squarespace websites that are writing about Squarespace. Plug this in. So this website has a lot of keywords. It has 51,000 keywords. That's a lot, all right? So what we need to do is we need to start filtering this down. We need to find keywords that are relevant to what we're writing about that don't have a crazy high volume. So what we can do is use these filters. These filters make all the difference. So I'm going to filter by keyword. I'm going to say Squarespace. So now I'm only going to find keywords that this guy is ranking for that have the word Squarespace in it, okay? In this case, it's 2,300. So these are all the keywords that he ranks for that have the word Squarespace in it. And the volume of these is pretty good, like it's 480. So I can write an article that is called Squarespace Website Cost. How much does Squarespace cost? The 2020 Complete Guide, okay? Simple article. The keyword difficulty is 60. That's not too bad. Not super amazing, but that's workable. Squarespace image size, the keyword difficulty, how difficult it would be to rank on Google for that keyword is 50, and it gets almost 500 searches a month. So that's great. The name of the game doesn't, here's the thing. Let me change this. The name of the game isn't to get like millions of people to your blog. It's nice, don't get me wrong. But the name of the game isn't getting the most amount of traffic. It's getting the right traffic. So if you are writing a blog about Squarespace blogging, it's better to have like 1,000 people who actually do Squarespace blogging visit your blog every month than 100,000 people who are coming for like random meme articles. It's all about the right traffic because you can monetize that better. So we have a question here. Does this apply to vlogs? YouTube SEO is a little bit different. it's usually easier because there's less competition. There's way less effort, let's say, and less barrier of entry to write a blog post. On video, it's a little harder. But yeah, in video, what you can do is you can search for terms on YouTube that have search traffic. You can use a tool that I use here. It will tell you, like if I type in Tinder here, it'll tell you how many searches a month it gets. This gets 11 million. That's a lot. But yeah, you can do that. You can type in a term. You can see, find something that has like 1,000, 5,000 searches a month, and then do your video about it. In fact, there's a whole thing where you can most people watch the next video that comes up on YouTube by watching a video here and then having like the sidebar show recommendations. So you see these recommendations. So some are personalized, some are related to the content that they're watching. So if you, find a video here and you use some of the same terms that they're using, Tinder in lockdown, and then you use some of the same, tags that they're using here, Tinder real life lockdown, there's a higher probability that they're going to show your video. This is difficult because it's 4.6 million views, but if you pick videos that have like 5,000, 10,000 views and you use the same keywords and some of the same language in the actual video, you're going to find that the likelihood of it recommending your video after they watch that is higher. So yeah, that's part of it. So yes, you can use this for vlogs. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. There we go. All right. So anyway, here we go. I have all my Squarespace stuff. Now, what do I want to do at this point is I want to make sure that the volume isn't so high. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need volume 90,000. It's too high for my new blog. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose volume 100 to 1,000 searches a month. So now at this point, I have all the keywords that this website, this competitor, is ranking that have the word Squarespace that have less than 1,000 searches and more than 100. So all of these are perfect. All of these are perfect. I could write blog posts about every single one of these. And over time, I will start to rise in the rankings on Google for this topic. Squarespace video, Squarespace scheduling. There's all kinds of great stuff here. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to click this to check all of these off. And I'm going to export all of these keywords. So I click export here and I have all selected and I select CSV. Now I'm going to show you why you do this. It's not enough just to look at these keywords. You actually have to go deeper. So I'm going to copy all these keywords and I have this master document. Okay. And this master document, I'm going to paste this in, all those keywords that I just took. So now from that one website, I have all the keywords they rank for that have Squarespace, that have less than 1,000 searches. The idea here is just do this over and over and over and over and over. Find all the websites that are about SEO and Squarespace and blogging and Squarespace and download all the keywords. Now in this document, I have, let's see, 10,000 keywords that have the word Squarespace in it. And I have, let's see how many this is, like 15,000 keywords that have less than 1,000 searches a month that are related to blogging. So I have one specific to Squarespace and one just more general about blogging. So what I can do, this is where things get amazing. At this point, I have like 25,000 keywords, right? And you don't stop here. You keep going. You go to every website you can. So if you're doing a website about, let me do this. If you're doing a website about like weightlifting, you would want to find every weightlifting blog you could possibly find and download all the keywords that are less than 1,000 searches. Because when you do that, what you'll have is a massive, massive, massive database of all the keywords they're already ranking for keywords that you could rank for that aren't hyper competitive. They're less than 1,000 searches a month. So you can start to carve out a little niche And what's cool about this is you don't have to spend a lot of time. You can do this in one day. You can literally just download all these keywords, put them in a document here, and then later you can go through and this becomes your content calendar. This becomes the roadmap of all the blog posts you're going to be writing about. So let me show you how to do that. Let me just freeze this. All right, so these are all the keywords, right? I'm actually going to do the Squarespace one. Let me freeze this. Okay. So now I have all of these keywords. I have the position on Google that person was ranking for. That doesn't matter. We don't need to worry about that. But what we do need to worry about is this: search volume and keyword difficulty. So what we can do is we can actually rank this for the lowest keyword difficulty and the highest keyword difficulty. So that way, look, lowest keyword difficulty, here we go, 47, Squarespace footer example, okay? That gets 20 searches a month. That volume is a little low. So maybe I'll start with my volume a little bit higher. So I'll say 140, okay? Let's see. Does Squarespace cost money? So that gets 140 searches a month, and the keyword difficulty is 59, which is manageable. So I can write a blog post about that. Wix versus Squarespace Reddit, probably couldn't do that. The keyword difficulty is almost 100, and they're looking for a page on Reddit, so you're not going to find that. You're not going to be able to rank for that. But look at this. This is perfect. So this has a 50% keyword difficulty that's very manageable. It has 140 searches a month, and it's how to add Google Analytics to Squarespace. Now, what's so amazing about this article is that people who are searching for that article on how to add Google Analytics to Squarespace are people that are blogging with Squarespace. And they're people that will want to keep reading your blog forever. They will become fans of yours. They'll subscribe to your newsletter. They'll check your blog back because you're going to help them. They're going to like your content, right? Super, super, super good. Now, what we can do here is we can actually click this where it says URL, and we can see the article here. This is the article that's ranking on this website for how to add Google Analytics to Squarespace. And it can give us a rough idea. Now, the thing is, he's actually ranking 83 out of 100 for this term. So he's not going to be the best person to copy or emulate. But if we just plug this into Google, and we can see the top posts here. So here's one, Station 7. This is number 3 on Google. So if you were to try to beat this guy, you'd want to make sure that your article is 20% better. So how could you make this 20% better? Well, an easy way is to have a video. Having a video makes it way easier. So anyone who follows a complete noob who has no idea what they're doing, who lands on this page, might feel overwhelmed because this is a lot to look at. But having a video in it could make it 20% better. So that's just an example, right? Anyway, when you have this, you'll have tens of thousands of keywords that you can just go through and find ones that have a decent volume and have a low difficulty. And again, you can rank order it. So it makes it super easy. So here it is, rank ordered. Go to the top. So custom font Squarespace, 36% keyword difficulty. Super easy to beat them at, to get number 1 on Google for that term. Show it versus Squarespace. Great article, right? Just showed the two products side by side. 20 is probably too low for the search volume. You want 100 or above when you start. And once you start to do these, you just go through and systematically write a blog post about every single topic, starting with the lowest keyword difficulty and low search volume. And over time, you start to go for higher difficulty keywords and more search volume. And your blog will organically grow. And what's so cool about this is you never have to think to yourself like, damn, I have no idea what I'm going to write. Like, you know exactly what to write now. You know exactly what you need to write in order to get people to actually read your content. trust me, man, you don't want to be in a position where you're spending all your time writing these articles and researching keywords and doing all this work and no one reads it. You don't want that to happen. So start easy. Start with here, let me switch my screen. Start with the, low keyword difficulty and low volume. And the thing is too, this document will keep you going for a very long time. Join SEMrush one day, download like 50,000 keywords, cancel your subscription so you don't get charged, get your money back. And then this document will be your Bible for the next year. You can just go through and hit all these things. Let's see, here's another one. How to edit announcement bar in Squarespace. Perfect. Search volume is a little low at 50, but easy. Let's see what else. Brine family, Squarespace header code, custom CSS. So yeah, there you go. You can also search this or structure this by the volume. So if we do that, we can see Squarespace website examples gets 600 searches a month, and it only has a keyword difficulty of 53. So that's a great article that you can write, like 101 Squarespace website examples to inspire you, right? Super easy article to write. You just find good Squarespace websites, put a screenshot in, and you're done. Move on to the next. But yeah, it doesn't matter whatever your blog is. This is the exact process that you use and that I'm using. Let's see. Yeah, and all the other stuff here, you really don't need to worry about too much. It's really just the keyword difficulty and the volume and the keyword, just 3 things. So yeah. All right, guys, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. So I think I'll call it. But if you have any questions, just join the Discord and I'll recap again what the process is, just so you're totally clear. You don't worry about if you're doing this right or wrong. Here's the process. Find like 100 websites that are writing about something that you want to write about. If you've always wanted to do a fashion blog, find 100 fashion blogs that make you think to yourself, man, I wish I was them. Okay, find those type of blogs that are just like the ones you want to do in your imagination, right? Find those blogs, go into a program like SEMrush, sign up for the free trial, put in the website, and download all the keywords that they rank for already. If you want to get more specific, you can find the keywords that are getting using this tool. I'll show you once again. That use this tool right here where you can set the volume from 100 to 1,000. So that way you're not getting keywords that are so big, so much volume that you'd never be able to rank for. And you're also not getting volume of like 0 to 1 searches a month, because that won't help you at all. Finally, if you do, let's say you're doing a vegan food blog, you can find a bunch of food blogs that aren't vegan food blogs and just type the word vegan in here in the filter, and then you'll only find the articles on their website that rank, or the keywords that rank for vegan, because you don't want non-vegan stuff for your vegan blog. Once you have all of that, you download all the keywords, put them into one document, and later you go through it and find keywords that have a good search volume and a low keyword difficulty for a keyword that you actually want to write about and could write about. Follow these steps, and I guarantee you're going to get traffic on your new blog. You're never going to feel like you're not on path. You're never going to feel worried or scared that you're not doing the right thing. You're always going to have a roadmap, a crystal clear roadmap to follow. And what's great about this is like a year or even 2 years of content that you can write. If you write 1 post a week, you'll get 52 posts up. You really specialize in one specific area. For example, vegan cooking, or Squarespace SEO, or whatever. You find one area that you really specialize in, you're going to find that Google is going to rank you high for that area. Okay, so that's the recap. If you guys have any questions, be sure to join the Discord. I'll be in there, or just leave a comment on this channel if you want to see more videos like this. I know this channel has been Tinder only in the past, but this channel is my name, Mark Falzon. So I want this channel to be what I'm interested in and what I care about, not Zerby. Zerby will be in this channel. SEO and blogging will be in this channel, but this is my channel, my name. So I make the rules. Thanks for watching. Post the link, please. The link is in the comment, not in the sidebar here. Not in the sidebar here, but in the actual comment of the video. I put it down there, so you'll be able to see it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm glad we had so many people here live. If you want me to make more content like this for beginner blogging and beginner SEO, please tell me by commenting down below, because then I won't know if this is the content you want. Even though it's my channel and I'll do what I want on it, I still want to tailor things to be stuff you guys actually care about too, not just me. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.